Hey everyone, Coach Investor back to another Intel video for today. So a couple of days ago we got the news that Intel is planning on taking Mobileye public. Now, if you know, maybe you don't know, but back in 2017, that's when Intel actually acquired Mobileye, and back in 2014, that's when Mobileye actually went public for the first time. Obviously, it went public at a much lower valuation. Right now, it is rumored that they are valued at around $50 billion. That's 5-0. So not bad, right? They can raise money, they can reinvest it in their own business, because right now Intel is trying to turn the ship and it's not cheap. They're building 2 new major chip factories in Arizona, reinvesting $20 billion or so in their business, coming out with new CPUs, new GPUs, better data centers, AI, you name it. So obviously this makes sense, but on the other side, it could also mean that Intel might be planning an acquisition, because we know that a couple of months ago, there were some rumors out there of maybe Intel buying another chip maker, GlobalFoundries, for around $30 billion. GlobalFoundries is among the biggest specialist players in the chip industry. The company was spun out of AMD back in 2008, but, and here's the tricky part, it still counts AMD as a key customer, making any potential purchase by Intel a bit tricky. Now remember a couple of videos ago I talked about what Intel CEO said about the industry. He said that the little players might not survive for long, and that's why you will see a lot of acquisition taking part. And maybe this, obviously 30 billion is not nothing, but still when you're a small player right now, especially as the world becomes more digital each and every year, smaller players might get acquired over time, because otherwise they just won't survive in this environment. They can't keep the pace. Now, whether or not this acquisition goes through, I don't know. Maybe those are just rumors. We'll see what happens in 2022. There's also this CHIP Act that might or might not get approved. That might certainly help Intel and others in the industry as well. But let's just focus on what we know right now, and that's that Intel plans to take Mobileye public. So let's go look at that, but first, I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. The Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. You all know how much I love researching new stocks and trying to find the next best investment. So I'm proud to partner with The Motley Fool to bring you 10 free stock picks from their popular product, Stock Advisor. Now, Stock Advisor has beat the market by more than 4x. So all you have to do is go to fool.com/couchinvestor to get your free 10 stock picks now. All right, so let's look at their statement right here. Mobileye is a market leader in driver assistance and autonomous driving solutions. It expects to deliver over 40% more revenue in 2021 compared with 2022, along with a record 41 new program wins with more than 30 leading automakers worldwide. I believe that the pictures that we see here, those are NIO cars, because I know Mobileye has an agreement with NIO. Mobileye recently shipped its 100 million IIQ system on chip, unveiled its production robotaxi, and scaled its autonomous vehicle testing across multiple cities around the world, covering US, Europe, and Asia. Intel will maintain majority ownership of Mobileye, which makes total sense. Intel and Mobileye will continue co-development of solutions and technologies to further both companies' interest in the automotive tech market. And last point here, Professor Amnon Shashua and the Mobileye executive team will remain at Mobileye, so that's also good to see. Just a quick note on Mobileye's segment from last quarter. So here you can see it grew 39% year over year to $326 million. Still very, very small compared to all the other segments that Intel has. But as you can see, it's growing much more than most of the others here. Alright, so now we're going to go over a couple of interesting tidbits that you might have missed in this statement. So they say here that the share of semiconductors is expected to be 20% of a premium vehicle's total bill of materials by 2030. As you know, as cars become smarter and more reliant, let's say, on technology, they will need many more semiconductors in them. I believe right now around 1,400 to 1,600 semiconductors are in a car today. And lastly, Mobileye is a global leader and at the forefront of innovation in advanced driver assistance systems, or ADAS, and self-driving solutions, a rapidly growing and evolving market that is transforming the movement of goods and people globally. Now, as Tesla shareholder as well, I know how tricky it can be when we're talking about self-driving solutions. We've seen that with FSD. It takes a while. Obviously, Intel is not using, or Mobileye is not using vision. They are using radar and LiDAR. The new program wins range from core driver assistance technology through next generation driver assistance and full self-driving systems. The company has also secured multiple deals for mobility as a service program starting in 2023, as well as consumer and business-to-business vehicle production designs for Mobileye's self-driving system starting 2024. So overall, to conclude, while holding Intel throughout this year has been pretty boring. Also, when this was announced, the stock went up 8%, but since then it went back down as if nothing happened. So that's usually what's going to happen as an Intel shareholder. It's nothing like AMD or Nvidia, where when good news comes out, the stock goes up and keeps going up. With Intel, the market is still skeptical. 2022, I still believe that this is the year that the market might maybe change their opinion on the company, and Intel itself as a company will have to prove that, well, they proved us wrong. I fully believe that they can turn their ship around. If you want to see more of those Intel videos, those will be in the top right corner. But overall, I'm pretty positive with this news. I think this is great for Mobileye and Intel as well. Let me know down in the comments below what your thoughts are on this news. And that will be it for this video. If you liked it, consider leaving a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, maybe hit that subscribe button. And as always, guys, take care, stay safe, and see you all in the next video. Bye bye.